Sorry guys, I have paused the video and resumed it. See, what I did is prepared the system.out.println for each object, like three different object values I'm going to print. Here I am printing the first object name, department, roll number and address. So here you can see yes, name, department, roll number, address, phone number. So similar way I am printing for obj2 and sorry obj3 I need to change here. So obj3 also I am printing it. Okay, yeah. So now I am saving this program and I am trying to run this. See, let me add one more system dot out. It will be more clear in the output. Okay, now I am running this. See here, first object values are these things: Sarish CAC 2800 address and phone number. Likewise, Kumar CAC 2801 Prasad CAC 2802. Okay, so the final picture will be like this. See, what we have done is first we are creating one object assigning the values, second object their values, and third object and its corresponding values. Press Alt CAC. So this how the final picture will be. First object pointing by obj1, values will be Sadish 2800. Second object pointing by obj2, values will be Kumar 2801. Third object pointing by obj3, Prasad 2802. Okay, so the final picture will be like this. Okay, so that's why while we print each of the object values, we are getting the correct value. Okay, so one by one we are creating and assigning the values, and we are printing the values for each of the object. Okay, so it's working fine now. Okay, I want to show here we are creating an object and then assigning the values and then we are printing it, right? If suppose after creating an object, if I try to print the values of that particular instance variable, okay, so this obj1, this how it will be like. After creating an object, it will not be having any values. Okay, while we assign values only, it will be like this. But after creating an object, it will be like this. It will not hold any value. Simply it will be like S name, roll number, department, and it will be pointing by obj1. Okay, after this statement. Okay, now if I try to print the values of this S name, roll number, department, address, what will happen? Let's see. Here you can see this is the one I am trying to print after creating an object. Okay, name, department, roll number, address and mobile. So this here you can see null, null, null and 0 and 0. Okay, so these are the default values for this instance variable. So whenever you create an object, right, so those instance variable will come in this particular object, but it will hold some default values. So string will hold, these are string name, department and address. So this string will hold the value default value of null. Okay, whereas the integer type roll number and mobile will hold the value of 0. See, here you can see these three are string, so string will hold the null values as default value, whereas phone number and roll number we are declared as integer type, so that will be having the default value of 0. That's why we are seeing this output. Before assigning the values, if we try to print the values, then we will be getting the default values, whereas after assigning the values, you can see if you try to print, then we will be getting the corresponding values. Okay, it will get updated. The null value will get updated with the assigned values. This department null value will be updated with the assigned value CAC likewise. Okay, and one more thing I want to explain it here. Let me remove the null values. I mean, after creating an object, I am removing that println, and finally I am saying like obj1 equal to obj3. Let's see what will happen now. Now let me try to print the obj1 value again. Okay. Okay. So finally I'm doing like this. Let me show it as obj2. Okay, because I'm having diagram for that one. Okay. Yeah. So this is obj1, obj2, obj3, and finally after reassigning obj1 equal to obj2, and I'm trying to print obj1 now, but see what I'm getting obj2 values, right? Because what I'm doing is obj2 is pointing, let me show you in diagram, that will be more. See, initially obj1 was pointing to this particular object, right? Now what I'm saying is obj2 is equal to obj1. So let me copy this one. So previously this obj2 was pointing this to Kumar object, right? S name is Kumar, like this. Now what we said is this obj2 equal to obj1. Now obj1 also will point to this, the same object. So if we try to print both obj1 and obj2, we will get the value of Kumar 2801 CAC, like this. Let me go with obj2 also, so that you will not get confused. Because we are reassigning the object itself. See, final to print. This is up to third object. After that we are reassigning obj1 equal to obj2, and then we are trying to print the value of obj1, obj2. Okay. Now both obj1 and obj2 are pointing to this Kumar object. So that's why we are getting this Kumar value. Now after reassigning, if we try to update anyone like obj1 dot s name equal to Sriram, okay, and obj1 dot roll number equal to 100. Now let me change in obj2. Okay, roll number has to be integer, so string should not be there, double quote should not be there. See here, I'm changing the value s name value in using obj1 reference variable, and I'm changing the roll number value using obj2 reference variable, and then I'm trying to print the value of obj1 and obj2. Okay, see now you can see, right? Sriram, and roll number is 100. Why? Because both are referring to the same object, right? So using this I'm changing the s name as Sriram. So what it will do is it will update this value to Sriram, and using obj2 I updated the roll number to 100, like this. Okay, using obj1 s name I updated Sriram, and using obj2 I updated roll number to 100. Okay, so if you change using any one of this for any one of the reference variable, when you try to print, it will reflect in the same, because both are referring to the same object. So if you try to update using any one, it will get reflecting same both, right? Because both are referring to the same object only. So this reference, you can also reassign the object object itself to the reference variable. You can reassign it, but now this Satish object, right, this will be go to the garbage collection, because no other object is, reference variable is pointing to this particular object, right? So it will be, it is of no use, so it will go to the garbage collection, and we cannot use anymore this one. Now we can only use these two object only. Okay, if you have any doubts, please mention in the comments. I will try to explain in more details, because after creating, I think this will be much clear, I think. But this also is more important, because this is how you can understand the reference variable and how we are pointing to an object. Okay, so and how we are updating the values. So try to go through this particular video again and again, and try to understand in more detail. Try to run this program, then only you will come to know how it's working. Okay, so still, if you have any doubts, please reach to me. I will try to explain in more detail. Thank you. Thank you, guys.